Hello, this is your favorite exoskeleton wearing kangaroo, Pupunuk, and today I'll be reviewing a game called Valley. So, Valley is an indie game, came out on Steam and I believe as well as the PS4. I'm not sure if the Xbox One got it. I don't think so. Anyways, it's an indie game and it's in the vein of a first person action adventure platformer. It's $20 on Steam, and it's not a really long game. I think I finished it in about 4.5 hours. So I'll be reviewing it right now, and let's just start with what the game is about. It starts off like a walking simulator. You're like on a boat or something, like a canoe, I think, and then you got washed off. Maybe there was a storm or something, and you wake up, find yourself in a cave, you walk around. It literally starts like a walking simulator. And then you find a suit. It's called the leaf suit, and the leaf suit grants you abilities. So abilities such as high jumping, running really fast, and then you can get upgrades that will allow you to do stuff like double jumping. There is also a grappling hook, which is called Viper Coil in the game. You can run on water. You can run on like railroad tracks looking things that will make you boost. That will boost your speed really, make you really fast. And the main mechanic when you get the suit is you get to give and take away life, and you have a sort of like an energy bar which you use orbs to replenish. And another really cool thing about this game, which is a fucking brilliant concept, is you don't really have your own health. The health is tied to your environment. So let's say you die, maybe you drop out the map, or you land in water. Yes, water can kill you because the suit is heavy. Then you'll die, and then your suit will pull in all the energy and life from around you, technically taking away life from the valley to regenerate you. And doing this will kill the valley slowly, but of course you can give life back to the valley with your orbs, your energy, giving back life to the trees. It'll be mostly trees. There will be some animals. If you see a dead animal there, you can give life back to the animal. Doing this will then replenish the valley's health, right? And I think it's a fucking brilliant concept. It's really cool. So yes, things that I really like about this game. I mentioned getting the leaf suit lets you run really fast, and there are certain sections of levels that is basically speed sections where you just run fast and then just clear all these obstacles in a very speedy manner. And these speed sections, especially the railroad track sections that I mentioned earlier, is among the best experiences I've ever felt in any game. It managed to give me that sense of speed. It felt really rewarding because it's, not to say not very often, but it's enough to make it feel like a reward for you playing the game, pretty much. And sadly there were only 2 railroad track sections, but it was fucking amazing. The speed sections of this game is definitely the best part. And also another thing I like about the game is the music is really good, but what makes it even better is it matches to what you're doing. So if you reach a speed section or railroad section, the music will change to a fast-paced music, and then when you reach like an outdoor section where you can slowly explore, it will play a very soothing music, very nice soothing music. And it really helps that the music is really good, but matching it to what you're doing, I really love that. It just managed to packaged this entire experience with this game. And reviving trees never get old. Like, I'm not sure how or why I feel this way or how they did it, but reviving trees, seeing the tree light up, and then seeing all the leaves come back, it feels good doing it, and it feels really rewarding doing it. You also get like acorns when you revive trees, and acorns can be used to open like secret doors and shit, to get even more like site upgrades. But just reviving the trees, even not getting acorns sometimes, just feels very rewarding. I don't know how they managed to do that. Maybe I think it's a combination of like the sounds and how the tree looked before and after and how it lights up. I think the game is very well packaged. It make me feel like it's a cohesive experience. It just feels really good going through the entire game, and it was a really short game. It took me a couple of days, about 4.5 hours. But it's not a perfect game. So there are some things that I didn't really like. So I mentioned about the health of the valley. When you die, the valley's health will go down, and then you will need to use your own energy reserve to revive the trees and animals around you to basically replenish the health of the valley. I thought that the balancing act between the valley's health and your energy reserves could have been better, and the relationship between the two, because I never felt like I was in any real danger, safe to say, other than like maybe 2 sections, but because there were a lot of enemies, and yes, there are enemies. You don't take away life from the enemies, by the way. You actually give them life. So, anyways, I never felt like I was in any real danger. Like, I did not feel like I needed to balance the giving life and taking life away parts. Like, I almost felt that the taking life away mechanic probably did not even need to be there. I rarely used it. There was no puzzles needing it. Puzzles only use... there's not really any puzzles in this game. It's more like I need to reach there by doing platforming, those kind of things. So there was no real usage of me taking life away from anything at all, and I felt that was a wasted opportunity. I thought that mechanic could have been more prominent, and you are needed to then balance your energy reserves as well as balancing whether you can afford to give life back to the valley after dying, because there were a lot of energy orbs laying around. But like I said, I never felt like I was in any real danger other than a couple of parts, because there were a lot of enemies. So yeah, I felt it was a wasted opportunity. The grappling hook or the Viper coil took me some getting used to. I did not like the feel in the beginning, because you don't actually swing per se. You pull yourself towards it and then you swing a little bit, but once you start swinging, you kind of lose your momentum. Yeah, I didn't like the feel at all. But there was one level in the game where you're swinging from tree to tree, with like minimal platforms. So sometimes you have to swing like twice in a row before getting to a platform. And I thought that was really well done. I really like the entire sequence of that. And this game, the one thing that it did very well is definitely the feel of the feel of the movement of your character. Your character moves really well, very very nicely, very fast, and you just feel like you have a lot of control. You have a lot of control in mid-air. You get to move your body a bit in mid-air. A lot of adjustments can be made, which also feels very good. That's definitely one thing they got really well. So and the best thing about the game is the excitement during the speed sections and the platforming. I felt that it could have used more of that, but maybe putting in more will make the experience sterile, maybe. And I also felt very compelled to explore the outdoor levels of the game. because the game looks like it's not like it's not the Witcher 3 graphics or anything, but it looks good. The game looks good. The outdoor levels especially really looks really beautiful, and you will just feel compelled to explore, even though there's not much to gain from doing that. But the exploration, the act of exploring itself was the real reward. So a couple more things that I did not really like. The water thing, it kills too easily. Like the water just needed to reach my knees or something and you can die. So I thought that was really annoying. And it's also kinda hard to gauge where your footing is sometimes, because it is a first person platformer. They did it very well, but I sometimes had a hard time to know when to stop, because I sometimes want to see, like, I want to look down from a ledge, and I thought I stopped where I supposed to, but I stopped a little bit too much and I dropped into the gap. So that was quite annoying. I'm not sure why, but usually after playing a game for a while, I can get a feel of the, like, where I should stop, like, and the character, how it moves. But gauging footing was still a bit of an issue. There were also some technical bugs. I've heard some people are having troubles like getting stuck in levels, and there are also sound bugs, like the music will just snap or like scratch, like a DJ scratching a disc. It sounds very weird, and I'm not sure if it's intentional or is it a bug. And the one thing, probably the thing that I disliked the most is there were little checkpoints. There were not enough checkpoints. So the game is separated into multiple areas, and each area is its own checkpoint. So if you travel back, because you can travel back and forth wherever you want. Once you unlock a new area, you can just go back and forth. If you go back to an area, you'll start from the beginning. Which means if I am playing a new area and I feel like stopping and I'm already halfway, when I restart my game, I will start at the beginning of that area. So I thought that was really annoying. And lastly, the story, although interesting, I thought it was not very rewarding. Like there was something revealed near the end, which I'm not gonna spoil, of course. That thing that was revealed at the end, while important, I can't really see the correlation between that and the story. Like, I sort of can, but I can't really see why it matters, almost. Like, so basically the story wasn't really rewarding. It was interesting, but I feel the story was a bit not fleshed out properly. And yeah, I think it could have been a better game, but the game that is out right now is a very, very good game. And it's already one of my favorite games I played this year. A game that does first-person platforming extremely well, almost perfect, almost, with one of the most rewarding gameplay experiences I've ever had, which are the speed sections. Not only just the rails, not just the railroad tracks sections, even going down slopes. So there are sections like in the outdoor where you go down slopes, and when you go down slope you run faster, and then you get to jump over water and stuff from like mini island to mini island. That feels really good, feels really rewarding, and you just want to explore. And I wish the game was longer, but it's a 4.5 hour game for $20. I think it's a very good value because it's a beautiful experience that I think everybody needs to experience at least once. So you can get it on Steam or PS4. I will have the Steam link in the description below. And I give Valley a 9 out of 10. Yes, I am doing review scores now. Why? Because I don't see why not. So might as well just give a review score 9 out of 10. I do think it is one of the best first-person platforming games I've ever played. I need to play more. I need to play more for sure. But I'm sure Valley is right at the top right now. So yeah, that is my review of Valley. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.